A tent, questionable cell service, and 16 different ways to experience the great outdoors. Some people hear camping trip and immediately picture peace, stars, and marshmallows. Others hear camping trip and immediately picture bugs, dirt, and the slow death of indoor plumbing. Some are there to hike at sunrise, some are there for the vibes around the campfire, and some are only there because someone promised s'mores. Here's the twist: how you handle a camping trip is not random. Your personality type plays a huge role in whether you're out there thriving in nature or counting the hours until you can shower again. Today, we're diving into all 16 MBTI types and how each one behaves on a camping trip. Who becomes the unofficial camp leader? Who is secretly terrified of bears but trying to act chill? Who wanders off to be alone with their thoughts for 3 hours? And who is suddenly trying to turn this into a full-blown survival reality show? Quick disclaimer: these are fun, exaggerated generalizations, not psychological diagnoses. If you feel personally attacked because I call out your glamping tendencies, that is between you and your air mattress. If you love scarily accurate MBTI breakdowns, personality deep dives, and videos that make you laugh, nod, and say, "Oh my gosh, that is literally me," when someone suggests we sleep in the woods, hit like, tap subscribe, and drop your type in the comments below. Here at Personality IRL, we don't just talk personality on paper. We decode how it shows up in real life, from 3 a.m. overthinking to questionable camping decisions. Alright, pack your bag, grab your flashlight, and let's head into the forest with all 16 types. These 4 do not go into the woods unprepared. A camping trip to them is not chaos, it is a project. The ISTJ shows up to the campsite with a checklist in one hand and a perfectly organized duffel in the other. They read the packing list, then they improve the packing list, then they printed extra copies for everyone else, just in case. They enjoy camping when things are simple, orderly, and safe. They like well-marked trails, reliable equipment, and campsites that have actual rules posted. They will be the one who knows where the first aid kit is, where the extra batteries are, and exactly how the tent is supposed to go together. Because yes, they watched the tutorial beforehand. Their main concern is that people will be careless. They worry that someone will leave food out, attract animals, wander off without telling anyone, or treat the trip like a joke instead of a shared responsibility. For the ISTJ, camping is peaceful when everyone respects the plan. The ESTJ steps out of the car, looks around, and immediately starts organizing. They want the tents set up, the firewood collected, the tasks delegated, and the schedule decided before the sun even thinks about going down. They enjoy camping when it feels productive and structured. They like group hikes, shared chores, and clear roles. They are often the ones saying things like, "You two handle the fire, you 3 get water, and we're all meeting back here in 20 minutes. Their concern is inefficiency. They get stressed if people are wandering around confused, if no one knows what they're doing, or if the group is wasting daylight. Deep down, they genuinely want the trip to run smoothly, so everyone stays safe and has fun, though it might feel a little like outdoor boot camp along the way. The INTJ may or may not be excited about camping with a group, but if they agreed to go, they already have a plan for it. They researched the area, checked the weather forecast, and probably watched a video on how to survive if the group gets lost. Not because they expect disaster, just because they like being ready. They enjoy camping when they can retreat into nature, think deeply, and observe the world without constant interruptions. A solo or small group trip with clear expectations is their ideal. They might enjoy long, quiet hikes, stargazing, or reading by the fire with a headlamp on while everyone else talks. Their concern is incompetence. If someone repeatedly ignores basic safety guidelines, leaves trash out, or treats the environment carelessly, the INTJ's respect level plummets. They want the trip to be efficient, respectful, and not full of pointless drama. The ENTJ sees a camping trip as an operation to be run, and possibly upgraded. They are the ones suggesting a more challenging trail, a bigger campsite, or adding kayaking, rock climbing, or just a small sunrise hike to the itinerary. They enjoy camping when it has goals, challenges, and maybe a little bit of friendly competition. Who can set up their tent the fastest? Who can build the best fire? Who can carry the heaviest pack? They thrive when there is a mission. Their concern is that people will be passive. If half the group just wants to sit in their chairs scrolling on their phones, the ENTJ is mentally writing them off. They want action, engagement, and energy. If nature is going to be involved, they're making the most of it. The planners want order in the wild. The next group, they want meaning, connection, and maybe a beautifully philosophical moment under the stars. These four types experience camping less as a trip and more as a feeling. The ISFJ is the one making sure everyone brought a jacket, has enough water, and applied sunscreen. They probably packed extra snacks, bug spray, tissues, and a spare blanket, just in case someone forgot. They enjoy camping because it slows things down. They like cooking over the fire, setting up cozy sleeping spaces, and creating a warm atmosphere where everyone feels cared for. They might not be obsessed with sleeping on the ground, but they love the togetherness of it. Their concern is that someone will be uncomfortable or left out. They worry about people being too cold, too hungry, too tired, or secretly miserable, but not saying anything. The ISFJ is often quietly adjusting things behind the scenes to make the trip smoother for everyone. The INFJ steps into nature and immediately feels like they are walking through a metaphor. The wind in the trees, the sound of the river, the expanse of stars, all of it speaks to them on a deeper level. They enjoy camping when it allows for meaningful conversations, introspection, and intimate moments away from daily noise. They are the ones who sit by the fire asking, "So what do you think your life will look like in 10 years?" While everyone else is just trying to toast their marshmallows evenly. Their concern is emotional disconnection. If the trip turns into surface-level banter, constant noise, or performative chaos, they may withdraw for a solo walk or a quiet moment by themselves. They need space to breathe, reflect, and actually feel the experience. The ISFP steps into the campsite and immediately notices the colors, the textures, and the way the light hits the trees. They are drawn to the beauty of nature, the small wildflowers, the sound of leaves underfoot, the glow of the fire at dusk. They enjoy camping when it feels like a peaceful, sensory-rich experience. They might love short hikes to scenic spots, sketching in a notebook, taking photos, or simply lying in a hammock listening to the wind. Their concern is harshness. If the trip is full of harsh criticism, barking orders, or non-stop high-pressure activity, they will quietly detach. For the ISFP, camping is not a productivity challenge. It is a chance to feel alive and inspired in a gentle way. The INFP arrives at the campsite and is instantly in a fantasy novel. The trees are enchanted, the mist is mysterious, the fire is something out of a story. They are ready to romanticize absolutely everything. They enjoy camping when it feels magical, meaningful, and a little bit whimsical. They might enjoy long, meandering walks, journaling under a tree, or staring at the stars while contemplating their life path and the meaning of existence. Their concern is emotional disappointment. If the trip they imagined as a warm, bonding, soul-refreshing retreat turns into arguing, complaining, or people glued to their screens, they feel let down. They wanted a memory. They got a mess. And they will absolutely process that for weeks. The feelers connect with nature through emotion and meaning. The next four? They connect through adrenaline, chaos, and maximum fun. These types turn a calm camping trip into a highlight reel of stories. The ESTP hears camping and immediately thinks adventure. They want to climb something, jump off something, safely, mostly, or explore off the path just to see what's there. They enjoy camping when there are activities, hiking, swimming, cliff jumping, fire building contests, late-night ghost stories that get everyone's heart racing. This is their element. Sitting still in a folding chair for 4 hours straight is not. Their concern is boredom. If the group just wants to sit, eat, and talk, they get restless. They need action, movement, and the occasional stupid but memorable idea to feel like the trip was worth it. The ESFP is here to make the trip fun. They are leading sing-alongs around the fire, turning sticks into props, making TikToks with the background of trees and mountains, and getting everyone to roast marshmallows at the same time so they can take a picture. They enjoy camping when there are people, laughter, music, and a general sense of togetherness. They might not care about the deepest hike, but they care about the best sunset and the best vibes. Their concern is a dead atmosphere. If everyone is quiet, moody, or glued to their own thoughts, they start trying to energize the group. A camping trip without shared joy feels like a waste to them. The ENTP treats camping like a live experiment in what if. What if we try cooking this weird food over the fire? What if we take that unmarked trail? What if we don't follow the instructions exactly and see what happens? They enjoy camping when there is variety, spontaneity, and freedom to improvise. They are less focused on doing the trip properly and more focused on making it interesting. They love late-night debates around the fire, wild ideas, and telling stories with dramatic flair. Their concern is predictability. If every minute is scheduled and there is no room for randomness or creativity, they feel boxed in. They want the option to go off script, preferably with an audience. The ENFP gets excited about camping in theory, in planning, and in group chats leading up to it. They imagine all the bonding, the laughter, the deep talks, the stargazing. On the trip, their energy can be contagious and chaotic in the best way. They enjoy camping when they feel emotionally connected to the group and inspired by the environment. They like exploring during the day and gathering around the fire at night to share stories, fears, dreams, and ridiculous jokes. Their concern is disconnection and tension. If people argue, sulk, or ignore each other, the ENFP feels it deeply. They may overextend themselves trying to cheer everyone up or make everything okay, then crash later when their energy runs out. The action seekers want adventure and stories. The final four want balance, logic, and harmony, even in the wild. These types try to keep things working, interesting, and emotionally steady. The ISTP is the one who just knows how the gear works. They know how to fix the tent pole, sharpen the knife, restart the fire, or rig a tarp when it suddenly starts raining sideways. They enjoy camping when it lets them use their skills, move independently, and explore without too many rules. They might enjoy solo fishing, wandering, or quietly taking in the mechanical beauty of how everything works together. Gear, fire, nature, and all. Their concern is unnecessary fuss. If people panic about small things, overcomplicate tasks, or ignore practical solutions, the ISTP gets internally exhausted. They would rather just quietly fix it and move on. The INTP may not seem like the stereotypical outdoorsy type, but drop them in nature and suddenly they are fascinated by everything. The patterns of tree growth, the behavior of animals, the structure of a campsite, all of it becomes data. They enjoy camping when they are allowed mental and physical space. They like solo or small group ventures where they can explore, think, and maybe deep dive into random topics sparked by the environment. They are the ones starting conversations like, "Have you ever thought about why stars look the way they do from Earth?" Their concern is social overload. If the trip is non-stop socializing with no quiet time, they burn out. They need pockets of solitude to process the experience and recharge. The ENFJ is paying attention to people more than anything else. They notice who is tired, who is quiet, who is excited, and who is pretending to be fine. They enjoy camping when it becomes a shared, meaningful experience. They love group activities like shared meals, cooperative tasks, and collective stargazing sessions where everyone feels included. They are often the unofficial camp counselor, checking in with everyone emotionally. Their concern is conflict and exclusion. If there is tension, drama, or someone consistently left out, they feel compelled to intervene and restore harmony. To them, the camping trip is successful only if the relationships feel stronger afterward. The ESFJ is the one who brought way too much food, extra blankets, backup everything, and possibly a portable speaker for campfire playlists. They organize meals, tidy up the campsite, and keep track of who likes which kind of s'more. They enjoy camping when it feels like a big family event, whether or not anyone is actually related. They like structured fun, group games, shared cooking, planned hikes that everyone agreed on. They are happiest when everyone is fed, comfortable, and laughing. Their concern is that someone will be unhappy or uncomfortable, and no one will address it. They are sensitive to group mood and work behind the scenes to keep spirits up, schedules clear, and the trip running smoothly. So, what kind of camper are you? The planners manage the logistics. The feelers soak in the meaning. The action seekers chase the adventure. The harmonizers keep everyone alive, fed, and emotionally stable. Every type experiences a camping trip differently because every mind steps into the forest with a different story, priority, and inner world. Now it is your turn. Drop your MBTI type in the comments and tell us, do you actually like camping? Are you the wilderness warrior, the glamping-only type, the I'll come for the campfire and go home to sleep person, or something completely different? If this video made you laugh, nod, or suddenly understand why your last camping trip went exactly the way it did, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another MBTI deep dive. Here at Personality IRL, we break down personality types in the everyday moments that really show who we are. From sleepless nights to road trips to camping under the stars, so you can understand yourself and the people you love on a deeper level. Now go plan your next adventure, or at least send this video to the group chat so everyone knows exactly what kind of camper they are before you end up in the woods together.